Okay, welcome to the video. Today we are going to do the Cambridge IGCSE ICT and we'll focus on paper 2 document production, and it's from the May-June 2024 paper. Okay, and I'll highlight any key things there as well. So 0417 and it's 21 is the code of this paper. Okay, I'll do this very quickly as well, so we'll whiz through each section to show you the skills as fast as I can. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments. Let me know if you would do anything differently as well. So, first question. We've got the following source files, and then we need to set up your evidence document to start with. First thing, open the file evidence, making sure your name, center number, candidate number appears on every page. And we'll save it in the work area as evidence, and then your candidate number. Remember to save that throughout and play screenshots when required. So, in the folder, we'll open evidence. And first thing, in the header and footer, make sure your name, candidate number, and center number appears on every page. Okay. And sometimes it will also ask for maybe page number, but in this case it doesn't. So then we'll save that as evidence 9999. So file, save as. Okay, in the same folder, evidence in capitals 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, and save. Okay, and we'll use this whenever we need any evidence for any of the questions. Okay, so task 2 is the document. This is the document production one. And we're going to edit a document for Tawara Tot's childcare. The company uses a corporate house style for all documents. Paragraph styles must be created and applied as instructed. Okay, sometimes it will tell you in this section not to change anything. In this one it doesn't. So we'll just, whenever we need to change something or apply it, as instructed. So open the file childcare, and it's a rich text file. The page setup is set to A4 portrait, 2 centimeter margins, and really important, don't make changes to those settings. Okay. Already there's 3 paragraph styles. Do not make any changes unless instructed. Okay. And then save the document in your work area with the file name nursery in capitals. Saved in the format of the software you're using, and then evidence. It's been saved with the type of file type. Okay, so we'll open up that one, which was childcare. Okay, we can see already it looked like there was 2 pages there. Okay. At the top, we've got styles. We've got body, subhead, and table style. Okay, and if you click on the subheadings, already they've applied to subheading or body. Okay. So first task was to save it, file, save as, and then browse, and just make sure it's saved as the type you're using, maybe even Word document. Okay. And we needed to call it nursery in capitals. Save. Okay, and then we can go into that document. You can see there nursery. And type of file type there, Microsoft Word document. Okay. What could be a possibility, depending on the question, you can make sure you've got view and you're in details, and then you can right click on these fields at the top, and sometimes I will like to put in, if we search for file extension, if there's something that doesn't appear, you can add it here as well, such things like dimensions and so on. But in this case, I'm just going to put on the file extension as well, and the file type. And then our screenshot is, again, make sure you've got where it's saved to, and then there we go. Okay, and then we'll add that into the evidence document. Okay, and if we can make it slightly bigger, there we go. So that would be my evidence to show that it's saved with the correct file type in the program we're using as nursery. Okay. Yes, so the file type. Okay, question 2. Place in the nursery document. a right aligned header on a single line. So it can't be in two lines. And it will say prospectus produced by and a colon. And then it will be your space, name, center number, and candidate number. And then also in the footer, left aligned automated page numbers. Let's see, so top right, right aligned prospectus produced by. I'm just going to copy that and double click in between here, and it will take you to the header and footer tools. Right aligned, you can double click on this side, okay, and then prospectus produced by name, your number, and center. Okay, and at the bottom you can double click here between the footer, and if you go up to page number at the top in the header footer toolbar, and let's have a look, bottom of the page, and it was left aligned a number. Okay, and then if you check, that will apply that on each page. Okay. Okay, and I think the only mistake I made there was obviously name, center number, then candidate number. So again, follow this question clearly. If it's in bold writing here, it has to be exactly the same text. Okay. Make sure it was on a single line within the page margins. Nothing's covering other things, and it displays on all pages. Yes, and I think that would get all 3 marks. Quite a simple mark for that one. Okay, this one, create and store the following style, basing it on the default normal paragraph style. Okay, for this question, I might try and just snap this to both sides so we can see the question at the same time. Okay, that'll be a little bit helpful. Okay, so it's up at the top. I'm going to go to here on the styles, and we want to create a style. And this time, sometimes you modify, sometimes you would create one. So create a style, and it needs to be called TC title. Be really careful with the spelling and punctuation, capital letters. It has to be the same as the paper. Okay, and then go to modify. Okay, the style is based on default normal. So at the moment it's based on the body because I had that selected at the top. So make sure it's just normal, or in your program it might say default. Just important because that's 1 mark. Okay, and then follow the instructions. So the first one, font style needs to be serif. So a serif font is with style. That would be Times New Roman. If it's sans serif, is without, I generally use Arial, unless it tells you exactly what to put. So if it's serif, it will be Times New Roman or another serif font. Size 32. Okay, type 32. Alignment is in the center. Let's have a look. Alignment, centered, bold, and italic. And line spacing single. You can double check the line spacing if you go to format, paragraph, and we want it to be single. So line spacing is here, single. While we're in here, we could also do the space before is 0, space after is 6 point. That's how much space is after the title. Okay, press OK. And it says make sure there's evidence that you have based this on the default normal paragraph style. Yep. Place this in your evidence document. Right, so this question, you can see here is everything we've added. This will be the evidence and also the based on normal. Okay. And then let's take a screenshot of this page and then press OK, because you won't be able to get this document open with that open. And let's place it in step 3, evidence. Okay. Next question. Okay, and we've done that one. Next question. Apply the TC title style to the title text Tawara Tots Childcare. So that new style we just created. And just be careful here, because if you see what's happened here, because I had some something selected, it has put the title there. So just be really careful you're not inside a paragraph, because it will apply the title to all of it. So this one I had selected by mistake, this section which is in the body. So I'm just going to select this again and put that style back to body, because it's part of that one. Okay. It might have been a good idea to read ahead and then have this selected when we made it, which will be the title. So select the title and make it title. Okay. And that's 1 mark. Next one, select the subheading staff and the following text up into including paragraph enjoy their new surroundings. So staff is there. I can do Control F, a quick way to find new surroundings. Okay, and it says make friends and enjoy. There's 2 new surroundings. Enjoy their new surroundings is this one here. Okay, so select all of that, but nothing after from staff, and then change the page layout so the text is displayed in 2 columns, equal width, 1 centimeter space in between. So up here we'll go to layout, columns. Don't select 2. I want to go to more columns, because then you have the option of going to 2, and then at this point you can also change the spacing to 1 centimeter in between. 2 columns, apply to selected text with an equal color width. Okay, there we go. And then just check that's applied to the right section all the way down, and then the text afterwards is on its own. Perfect. Okay, question 6. The style named subhead has already been created, stored and applied to the 5 subheadings. Yes, we saw the subheadings have that on. Modify this time. And yeah, really important, only the following format is applied. I've noticed that on some of the most recent papers, they've got this where they have only the following, and you just have to make sure that you take off anything in the style that's there currently that's not on this list, as that will be part of the mark. So if you notice something that's not here that might be applied, maybe take it off, because only the following is applied. Okay, same again. I'm going to snap this to this side so we can see both at the same time. Right, this time I'm going to make sure I'm just going to click in one of the subheadings and then go to home and then right click and modify this style. Okay, you can see already the font style is sans serif. So sans serif font would be Arial. So we change Times New Roman is a serif font to Arial, which is a sans serif font. The font size is 14. The alignment is center. It needs to be italic, bold. It doesn't say underlined, so take underlined off. It disappears from this section here. All capitals, right. All capitals doesn't show here. You'd have to go to Format, Font, and you can see from the effects here, it is in all caps over here. Okay, and that will make it all capital letters. Okay. Line spacing, let's go to Format, Paragraph. Line spacing is single, okay. Space before is 0, and space after is 7. Now, type in 7 into there, and let's just put point in points, yes. Okay. And then it says take screenshot evidence showing it's been modified and the settings have been applied. So I'm just going to press OK because it hasn't been applied yet. Okay, it's been applied there though. So I think in my screenshot, I'm going to go to right click modify. And if it wants it applied as well, you can see that one has been, and it's got all of the information we needed there. So I think just to be clear, I'm going to, in my screenshot, I'll have that staff applied there. Before you pressed OK, that didn't show. So just to be clear, in my answer, in my evidence, I'll do that. Okay. With your screenshot, you have to press OK on this option box, and then it will let you leave that document. Step 6 evidence. Yeah, so I've put that in just to make clear that I have also applied that in there as well. Okay. Okay, and just double check we've answered that. Yes. Place this in your evidence document under step 6. Okay, question 7. Apply a numbered list formatted as 1 to 7 to the text from communication language to arts and design. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong document here. Nursery. So, communication and language to expressive art and design. Apply a numbered list. Okay, 1 to 7. Just snap that on so we can see both at the same time. The numbers are aligned to the left margin of the column. Okay, so you can see this isn't aligned to the left at the moment, so highlight the text and you can go up to layout and the indent is here and just make that so it goes to 0 and now it's aligned to the left of the column. The list is single line spacing with no space before or after each line. So at the moment spacing 0, we can make 0 point as well here. Okay, we've done that one. And there is a 7-point space after the last item. So here you can click spacing after, and oh, it's hard. They're not going to measure it with a ruler or anything, but just make sure it's 7 after the last item. Perfect. Okay, next one. Import the image logo and place it in the paragraph beginning. We have 8 spacious playrooms. So I'm going to go Control F. We have 8 spacious. So it's this paragraph here. And the logo needs to go into that paragraph. You could read ahead. It needs to be right, aligned to the right margin at the top of the paragraph. So I'm just going to click at the start of the sentence and I'll insert it here, but we'll have to wrap it so it goes on the side. So insert a picture, and it's in my desktop logo. I can see it's upside down already. Insert, and rotate the image 180 degrees. So click on the image, format, and let's have a look here. You can see the rotation tool is here. Click it. Rotate 180 degrees. Hold on, let's read this carefully. So rotate, flip vertical, that would be 180 change. And you can see that's backwards now, so I guess let's make this bigger so we can see the selection. Yes, and I'll flip it horizontal, so I guess that would be 90 degrees and that would be the other way around. So we flip it that way so you can read it. And aspect ratio maintained, yep, so it's the same. Format the image though, top right margin at the top of the paragraph with the text wrapping around the image. So click on the image, wrap text. We can put it square and then move it across with the text wrapping around right in the top of that paragraph, top right. Okay, and it didn't say to change the size. Yes, so I think we've answered all of those. Next question, question 9. Locate the table in the document. Format the table so the table width is set to 13 centimeters. So again, I'm going to snap this on. So we'll find the table. There it is. And we'll go up to Table Tools, Layout, and 13 centimeters wide. So if I select the whole table, width, let's try 13. That's a little too wide. Okay, I'm not sure that's Perhaps we can read ahead and see what else it says here. The table width is set to 30. That's the cell width, isn't it? So it's both of them. So I'm going to undo that. Okay, so okay, I've not seen a question like this. Normally it's the cell width. So I think by selecting all of it, the width, this is the cell size. So I think let's try up here in, select the table, properties, and table preferred width. Let's try this one, 13 centimeters. Okay, yeah, that looks better. So it's 13 centimeter wide, and it's automatically, you can see, change the width for each of them. So it's 13. Okay. All rows are set to 1 centimeter high. So all rows, height, 1 centimeter. Okay, that looks a bit strange, but it still fits in there. As long as you're following the questions, yeah, all rows are set to 1 centimeter. The data is center aligned vertically in each row. So select all of the rows, and it will be in up here, alignment, and that's center align horizontally and vertically. So vertically would be in the middle, and the table is centered within the page margin. So click on the table, and we can go home, and we can just click on center aligned in the middle. So that's answered that question. Yep. Okay. Again, I'm not sure on the table width. I think it's answered. All rows 1 centimeter. Yeah, and it fits in the 2 pages of what that will print. Okay, last one. Spell check and proofread the document. Make sure the list and table are not split over columns or pages. So there's the table, and there's the list. No. No widows or orphans. So just check there's no text that's sort of overlapping. This paragraph fits onto there. This column starts a curriculum. Perfect. And then this one moves on to there. Yeah, so there's nothing really that's half on, half off one of the columns or pages. There's no blank pages. No. Original styles are maintained. Yeah, that would be if, like I did earlier, if you were inside one of the paragraphs and made a new style, it would apply it to all of them. I think it looks like that all the styles are applied. And all styles are consistent. They haven't missed anything off. Spacing is consistent between all items, and then save the document. So I can see there it looks pretty good. The spacing is consistent all the way throughout. Yes. Now you would then print it. Go to print preview. We go have a look at it in this view. Print it off, and then again check it when you receive it if there's anything else you can change. Okay. Yeah. And print the document. So that's 22 marks. Hopefully, again, I didn't miss anything out. I did that as quick as I could. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. And again, you can subscribe if you want to see any other past exam papers as I do them. Okay, thank you for watching, and good luck in your ICT exams.